My man.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I
Dude, I
really
am
thought I was
so
gonna do
I
this
am
solo.
dude, I am so sorry. We got a different time like date the time daylight saving times
Mhm.
and so it should be like an hour in front. I thought like I had an hour. Um so
So
we
what
we
time is
gone
it?
back an hour.
What time is it?
So yeah, so my bad. I thought I had like an extra hour before the live because of our we had like David saving we gone back an hour basically.
It's
Like
all good.
yeah,
It's all
I,
good.
bro, I feel fucking terrible, dude. I am so sorry, man.
You're so you're so okay. We just been here vibing, just talking about different things. We're movie fans. We always have something to talk about.
Absolutely, my guy. Absolutely.
So
How are
how was
you?
your
How are
day?
you?
I'm making it, man. I'm making it. Um, some days are harder than others, but I'm making it. So
Man,
look,
I know
we're
you've
just
been poorly.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
But we're not talking about that tonight. We're just gonna hang out and vibe and see what people got to say in these comments and just go about it. So
absolutely,
we
man.
we have a we have a lot of people joining us here. Some of them already said welcome to you. So I just want to catch up with where we were in the chat. I think I left off with Walter here asking me if I saw Triangle of Sadness. Um, First of all, did you check that out yet? The Ruben
No, I
Östlund
haven't.
film.
No.
So I've been following Ruben for a while through IG and everything. So when I saw that he had the movie, I wanted to check it out, and then I can't remember what I went to see, but I saw the trailer and I said, "This looks like something that's just gonna make rich people mad." So I definitely want to see this. And it's basically it really follows a strong three-act um, development. So the first act is really weak. The second act is the part everyone talks about being disgusting. And then the third act is like where it gets into the meat of power. and and I think it really upset people, and I could see how it's a very divisive movie. But if you could look at it past the surface level, you could get into it.
Awesome.
That's what I'll
I'm
say.
sold.
So yes, I
I'm
did
sold.
enjoy it, Walter.
Awesome.
Who else? Who else? People saying hello. We were talking about everything, everywhere, all at once. Jordan was saying the Daniels are from my hometown, so I was rooting for the home team, even though it wasn't my favorite movie of the best pick bunch. Right on, right on. They're creative. I'll give them that. I just hope they don't fall into that. We put all this time and effort into our first movie, and then the sophomore effort's going to be so.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Let's see. Look, people are happy. You're here. Yay! He's here.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm so sorry, guys. Honestly, um,
You're good,
our
man. You're
clocks our
good.
clocks have gone back an hour, so
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah.
People happy to see you. Andrew in the house. What's up, my friend?
Look at these handsome
Tony P,
feathers.
we got the Steelbook crew rolling in. They must have known exactly when you got here. They're showing up right in
Yeah,
time for you.
I'm friends with the Steelbook crew. I'm in their group chat and everything. So like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
we're we're very close. Such a good dude.
cool.
Oh my god, thank you, movie AV.
Swiss Army Man. Did anyone see that? Nope.
No,
Tracy said Angela Bassett got robbed. Jamie Lee Curtis was great, but the weakest out of the group. That was a straight up legacy award, Tracy. I got to tell you.
yeah,
Um, Sometimes they give those out. Like honestly, the year Chadwick Boseman passed, and then he was up for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and lost to Anthony Hopkins in The Father. Good, solid performance. That movie is like it messes with your mind, but it really puts you in the mind of someone with Alzheimer's. And his performance is great, but he's like Kate Blanchett. It's like he's always great. So you don't expect anything less than that from him. But I really wanted to see Chadwick get it. So that's my angle of it too. Love Swiss Army Man. The death of Dick Long, one half of the Daniels other movie is also crazy. Way more grounded than Swiss Army Man and Everything Everywhere. Nice, nice. Yes, thank you, Walter. Hit that like button. 23 of you in here. Let's get 23 likes going. It costs you nothing, as the man would say. Yes, Basement Blues. Tony, I agree. The Father was so good. And it's one of those movies that demands a second watch because the things you miss the first time, you're going to be like, whoa, and then come back to it.
Yeah.
By the way, I see you, Ben. What's up? All right, man. So you've been here before. What we normally do is we start with a non-movie question, then we get into the good stuff. We talk some movies for a while, and then we end like we always do with the 5 takes. You ready, my friend?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm ready and I'm just happy to be here, brother.
So am I. You know, like I said, we've been on IG going back and forth. I think you were one of the first people that really welcomed me into the community, and I was like, "Who is this dude?" And where's I mean, as soon as I heard the accent, I knew you weren't like from California. So I'm like,
Hey y'all,
where is
how are
he
you doing,
from?
KB? Yeah.
Nah. And I was like, I gotta get to know this guy. So I have to say, it's been a pleasure to get to know you over this last year or so, for
Oh,
sure.
dude, you honesty, man. I could say the same about you, man. I've known you, I think, from right at the beginning of my journey. I've
Mm-hmm.
just reached, like right from the beginning of the journey. I think, like, 'cause I've just reached, uh, one of my goals on Instagram, which I've just reached over 1,000. And thank you. And I think I met you when I had like what, yeah, right at the beginning, and
Roughly. Well,
we've always been like close and always reached out, and especially when I've been going through some like personal stuff, you've reached out, and when I heard you was in the hospital, I tried to phone you just to make sure you was okay. Like I
yeah,
yeah, I just think you're one of the
appreciate that.
coolest guys, man.
I appreciate that. My kids tell me all the time, you don't try, and I really don't. This is just who I am. Like, you got those dads who try to be cool for their kids, and the kids are like, "Oh, go away." I was never
Yeah,
that person. I was like, "Look, this is me. This is my
yeah,
music collection. These are my movies. I'm
yeah,
gonna be hard on you, but I'm gonna be fair." And that's what
yeah.
they always said about me. So I just went from there, man, and just kept it the same.
Well,
Um,
you're doing a good job, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that. To start off, and this might even be movie related, but tell the people about the Vengeance Squad.
Ah, the Vengeance Squad. Okay, so it's like a people that we've met over the streams. Oh wow, oh shit, I'm on the big screen. I should have really prepared for this and
You're good. You're
dressed a
good.
little
It's
better
Friday.
because I'm in my
You're
pajamas.
Friday. You're good.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. I'm in my pajamas. It's fine. Um, um, right. So the Vengeance Squad is a group of us who we met previously on live streams and we've become friends with, and we're all in a big group chat together, a big Discord, and just talk movies, and we've got a
Hmm.
friendship, and we send each other movies and whatever, and we're just good friends. We've become a family network, which is absolutely fantastic. And then yeah, the streams are brilliant. We do lots of live streams on Instagram. We get a lot of celebrity guests on. We just interviewed actually one of the main cast members from Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So that was really
Hmm.
cool. That was one of our big. That was a big milestone for us. So we managed to interview Amber, who is one of the final girls in Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So that was really cool. We got
Yeah.
someone from Terrified 2 in April, which would be amazing, which is like huge for us. We're actually getting someone from Terrified 2. So
Are you going to say the name?
uh,
Not yet.
not yet. I just want to be sure first. I just want to make
Hmm.
sure it goes through first because I've got the okay from the agent. It's
Yeah.
just waiting for her now to. So it's like yes. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
It's really interesting over the past couple of months to see. It's almost been like a transition with you doing the interviews, and we'll talk about the podcast and everything, but doing the interviews, how is it like meeting up and interviewing these actors and the like?
um, scary. um, like when I'm on a live stream, I'm just like full of energy, full of banter, and I'm just like I try and give it my all. But then when it comes down to it, I'm just like. try and bottle the fear, because it is scary. Because you're like, what if there's this awkward silence, or what if they're not a
Hmm.
very nice person and they don't want to talk about much? It's like it's going through that's going through your mind. Everything's going through your mind. But once you're switched on, once you're live and you've got the guests there, it's like, yeah, it's just like speaking to someone else, just someone completely normal. So yeah,
Yeah.
it is scary, but it's fun at the same time. It's something different. I know that we didn't do it last year. This is something that we took on this year,
Hmm.
because we wanted to do something different. Like, we wanted to do something that we could give to the community, the Instagram community, the film community on Instagram, something cool to
Yeah.
check out, something different to check out. Because I know that obviously you do your conversations. I know that Rev does his not Rev. Who does the collection battles?
4K D-Ray.
4K D-Ray does the collection battles, and obviously everyone does their live streams. And we just wanted to do something a little bit different. We wanted to get some cool
Yeah.
celebrity guests on and people that can come and interact and stuff like that. So that's what makes Vengeance Media stands out from the rest. Because I know everyone's trying to do everything, everyone's trying to do the same thing, and it's just like, well, we just want to do something a little bit different. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I think that's how you stand out, and you kind of have to carve out your own niche to
yeah,
like almost have somebody to come back to your channel for that they're not going to get anywhere else. I'll use two quick examples with people in the chat. So Tony, Basement Blues. I wake up on a Saturday and there's two people I watch. I watch Joe and Marie because I know they always post on a Saturday, and I always go to Tony's channel because he has like a slipcover Saturday or something, just something from his collection to share. And I look forward to that because I know it's going to be something that no one else is doing, or in a lot of cases, no one else can do. And, it's things like that that, just makes it different, whether it's YouTube, IG, TikTok, whatever. You're on TikTok, right? I see
yeah. I'm on
that on
TikTok.
some of your. Which
Yeah.
one, which one are you feeling more these days? IG with the stories and the live, or the the interaction on TikTok?
More Instagram. I'm more Instagram based just because there is more of a following on Instagram, so I get more traction on Instagram than
Hmm.
I do on TikTok. Um,
Yeah.
I find I make the reels on TikTok though. I make the reels on TikTok and then I just spread over onto Instagram. So like if I'm doing like an unboxing, like I just recently did the Rocky 4K knockout collection unboxing,
Yeah.
and I did that on TikTok and then I just transferred it over to Instagram. So I prefer the video editing on TikTok rather than the Instagram one. Just
Hmm.
yeah. So
They're trying with the reels. They're trying, but they're not quite there from what I hear with TikTok.
absolutely. But I started by watching, people like you. I watched My Killer podcast, Mel, who is amazing. I don't know if she's watching, I don't know if she's here, but Mel,
She's in the chat.
uh,
She's in the chat.
yeah,
She said hello before when you first popped in.
Tony, Andrew, Dave, and Tim Talkies. Absolutely love
Hmm.
Tim.
Gotta love
His
Tim.
Yeah, I've got a lot of love for Tim. He's amazing. Like he's my guy that I go to if I have any Evil Dead questions. Like I will message Tim and be like, "Yo, Tim, help me out on this, buddy," because he's like the
Yeah,
biggest
yeah.
mega fan of Evil Dead that I know.
There you
And
go.
and obviously mid level
Hmm.
and yeah, and Michelle. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
she's
love
in here
love those
too.
guys. Yeah,
She's in here
hey.
too.
So
We got a
yeah,
few people checking in.
shout out to Married with Media. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we got Ed and Haley checking in as well.
fans of
They're
something. Those guys are incredible. Those guys.
Yeah, I'm loving to see their blow up. Did you check their they had a Terminator 2 watch along, and
Yeah.
they had people from the movie in there. Epic. Epic. I
Do you
thought
know
that was
what
so
those?
cool.
Do you know what? They wasn't around when I first started watching people on YouTube, like last
Hmm.
year, like beginning of last year. I had no idea who they were, and then I did a stream. I did a stream with them. We're on Mike did a live on his YouTube. No, not Mike. Tony. Sorry.
Hmm.
Tony did a stream, and I met them guys, and they are absolutely amazing. And we bonded. We bonded straight away over Titanic. Like Titanic's one of his favorite films, and it's one of my favorite films. And we were just like, did we just become best friends? Like, did we just become best friends right now? You love Titanic, I love Titanic, so
Hmm.
yeah, So,
I was happy to see I wasn't the only one who went and checked out that 4K 3D.
oh man,
It really enhanced the movie. I mean, my daughter, I don't know if she's still in here. Third KB, are you still in here? But she, of course, she'd seen Titanic. She grew up in my house, but she'd never seen it on the big screen. So one afternoon, I was like, "Come on, let's go and check it out before they take it out to theater." And it was great. I mean, I'm Mel could appreciate this. I've seen it 3 times in the theater. She's seen it more than that. But um that was my fourth time seeing it in the theater, and it holds up. You know, a great story will hold up. And yes, you have to be into the first half of the movie, first two-thirds of the movie to get to all the technical excellence at the end. But if you're into the story, you're into the story. We just did it like a quote along. We just sat there. We were the
quoted the
only
whole
two.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah, man, we were the only
yeah.
two in the theater. We were just like, I have a child. You know,
Oh man,
we're
I
doing it
was I
all.
was crying so much, dude. I'm
I
not afraid
heard.
to admit I get real emotional in movies, man.
Yeah, man.
I do, and I gotta show you guys something. I don't know, but I'm friends with my local movie theater, right?
Hmm.
And they let me take this time with me. Hold on, let me just put a light on, proper light. There we go.
The
It's like the
standee.
the big promotional
Whoa.
piece.
Love it.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Love it.
awesome, right?
Yeah,
So
man.
that's my baby. So yeah,
Hmm.
and I'm picking up the Scream Six one. I'm getting the Scream Six standee. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it's gonna be real cool.
Couple more comments while you're walking back here. So, lots of great content creators love the variety. Yep. You're welcome, Tony, saying he appreciate it. Movie Hunter in the house. Still hit me up. IG, hit me up so we could set that up. Uh, I wish I was able to take the time to see Titanic in the theater again. It is. You know what? And you tell me if you agree or disagree. You have it at home, whether it's VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. It's not the same as seeing it in the
No,
theater. It's not the same.
no.
It's something about that. That's a movie for a theater experience, for sure.
Especially the way that obviously the way that technology progresses.
Hmm.
Um, the way technology progresses, and you got like Dolby Atmos now,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just hearing that incredible score by James Horner
Hmm.
on the Dolby Atmos, and you hear like the way the boat revs up, and just like the engines,
Yeah.
and it just you feel it in your
Yeah.
chest, and you're like, damn,
Yeah, that bass kicked in like when the propeller started up, it was like boom, 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 boom.
yeah,
And
yeah,
although you're hearing that and they switched to the exterior shot of the ship, you're still hearing little things like birds flying over. I was like, that's a great
yeah,
sound mix for sure.
and, and people always
Uh,
take the oh sorry,
no, go ahead.
carry on.
What were
People
you
always
saying?
take the mick. People go, "Oh, you like Titanic? That's just a chick flick." I'm like, it's more than a chick
Hmm.
flick. It's a
Yep,
drama.
it is, and it's a good one. Fans of something love that display. Wish I could have snagged one. Not sure where I'd put it though. True, true.
I've just got a new apartment. I'm already running out of space for shit.
Yeah, how's it going since the move?
It's crazy. I've just got Wi-Fi like last week, finally.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've just been putting up pictures, posters. I've been trying to find where I'm gonna put all my movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm starting to get some more cool promotional pieces from my local theater.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna get like a John Wick one just to put here, and then
Nice.
An Evil Dead Rise one here. So I'm gonna have this wall covered in like promotional pieces, which is gonna
Hmm.
be awesome. So yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
excited for that. So
Um, Too bad you don't live closer. I'd say think of me and get a Scream 6 because I know we both enjoyed that movie, and we'll talk about it in a minute. Let's see. Someone else just hopped in here. Forgotten World of Movies. Good evening.
hey,
Thanks for joining us.
Andy.
Thanks for
Andy's a
joining us.
legend. I've just been speaking to Andy. He's a really cool guy.
All right. Thanks for staying up late.
Yeah, he's probably got the biggest movie collection in the UK. He's just his
Oh yeah?
collection is just like a library. Yeah, he's like Basement Blues level.
Mm.
Yeah, he's Tony Basement Blue level. His collection is massive.
Andy,
So
drop us a number. What size is the collection? Drop it in the chat.
yeah, it's big. It's big. That's what she
So
said.
yeah. It's huge. Scream 6. Let's
Mhm.
talk about it. No spoilers. No spoilers. I know there's still people who haven't seen it, and this will probably be the last time in the next 6 months that I talk about it till it comes out on 4K. But give me three takeaways that you enjoyed about it.
I like the opening. I thought that
Mm-hmm.
was really cool and original.
Mm-hmm.
Because you
Different.
think you're going one, you think you're going one way, but you're going the other way. It's crazy. It's really good.
Yeah.
Um, but that's really hard to talk about without dropping any spoilers. So I'm going to quickly
Right.
move
Right.
on.
Keep it
Uh,
right there.
the Gale apartment scene was really cool. I really like
Yeah.
that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I've controversial because I know a lot of people in the reviews don't like it, but I like the
Mm-hmm.
last 20 minutes. I really like the character development of Sam in that
We
in
were
that last
doing
20
so
minutes.
well. Okay, Sam. Yes. All right. So my three. One, I'll just add on to that and say, um, Melissa Barrera
Yep.
did a much better job in this than she did in five. Like I
Oh,
didn't
agree.
really care for the hate people were giving her, and then I watched and I'm like, is it her weak acting or was it weak writing of her
Yeah.
character? Whichever it was much better in this movie. And they keep toying with the whole, you know, the inner conflict that she has going on, and I wish they would just give in and embrace. So hope for seven. That's what I'm saying on that. Um, two, I would say the subway scene was very intense, very intense, and to me,
That's the thing that
that was like a
yeah.
flashback to a good suspenseful thriller or horror movie from the past, like the lights flickering. Because if you've ever been like, whether it's underground or New York City subway, when you hit that certain part in the tunnel and the lights just flicker on and off, and all of a sudden, all those people that look kind of suspect are gone, and then
Yeah.
they show up again. You hope they're in the same spot. Yeah, that was great. And I don't know, I just enjoyed it more than five. I thought five was solid, but I thought this was better. And the things I didn't like about it kept it from not being at the top. So it wasn't
Yeah.
perfect to me. And that
Yeah, I
ending,
agree.
the Scooby, I call it the Scooby Doo explanation. I did not
Dude.
like that, but I do like her. I like both sisters at the end. So I will
Oh
say that
yeah,
much.
she's like John Wick at the end. Yeah, yeah. There's I mean, I agree. The only thing that pisses me off about the subway is the yeah, 5,000. Yeah, it's crazy.
Pretty good,
Um
pretty good.
yeah, his collection's wild. Um what pisses me off about the subway scene is I would say is it was used heavily in the promotion for
I wish they
for
would have kept that.
and it shows you in the trailer who the stuff who
Yeah,
the
yeah.
girl is that's going to get attacked in the subway, and that pisses me off because all the way throughout that transition of that scene, I knew who was going to get
hmm
attacked, and it's like, damn, but it was a really cool scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Michael saying, I don't think the opening 15 or so minutes had anything to do with the rest of the movie. Usually doesn't, but it's
nah,
usually a great way to start. And it's a great way to off somebody that you didn't expect would happen. Tony also liked the subway scene.
yeah, that scene was
Um,
cool.
oh, good. They're filming 7 this summer. Notice the subway station was 96. The original Scream was released in 96. Nice trivia.
Oh, another one of those Easter eggs is in the
hmm
subway when they first cut to the subway scene, you see someone because it's Halloween, right? You see someone dressed as Samara Weaving's character in Ready or Not.
Ready
She's
or
got like
not. Yeah.
the wedding
I
dress
caught
on. She's
that.
got you called.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god, that
caught
is
that.
awesome. Did you geek out?
There
I
was
geeked
so
out.
many. It was funny because maybe it's the amount of time I spent on YouTube, but I kept looking for Easter eggs. I kept looking for all the different
Yeah,
Halloween costumes. Somebody
and
from New York told me they filmed it at one of your old train stops. And when I looked up and I saw the two and the five, that was the line because that the two and the five train ended at Brooklyn College, and I lived right near Brooklyn College. So I was like, oh,
wow.
they got my train line in there. That was cool too.
That's cool, man.
Yes, Mel loves the fridge kill. She keeps talking about
Yeah,
the
that
fridge
fridge
kill,
kill
and
was awesome.
she wanted to see more of it.
And there was a cool, nice Ice Nine Kills poster on the fridge as well, which was a cool like
Saw
shout out
that.
to Ice Nine Kills.
We
Yeah,
saw Pinhead, 4K Media guy on the check-in saying what's up.
my guy,
Yep.
he's cool, man.
Yeah, and this was the first time we saw him do random kills too
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
bodega scene. Yeah,
yeah.
I would love to meet Samara Weaving, just to say hello.
Who wouldn't?
For real.
Yeah,
But Ready or
yeah.
Not, I love that movie.
I'm trying to keep this
I,
PG for you, so I can't really go too
oh
much
yeah,
about
yeah,
Samara
yeah,
Weaving without getting it filthy,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. And don't want to get all the sexist ways out there either. But Mel, I think it was you when we did the Final Girls episode that we talked about Samara Weaving and we spoke about Ready or Not. So I really liked that movie. It was fun. It was fun. And
yeah,
I think that's something like even my wife would enjoy. Stu needs to be the killer behind the scenes. People keep saying that. There's Team Stu, there's Team Gail, there's Team Sam. I'm on Team Sam. I would like Sam to come back and have Scream 7 just be from Ghostface's perspective. Then at then you realize it's Sam, and then out of nowhere, Sydney shows up and kills her. Special guest appearance. Nobody talks about it before she gets there. Boom.
yeah.
And end it there. No Scream 8.
Controversial, but I don't think we don't need Neve Campbell anymore. It's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think after you see Scream 6, you'll understand why because they are
Yeah,
so powerful at the end. So I was
yeah,
just like,
yeah. And we won't talk about, thank you, Mel. We won't talk about their sequel armor that they wear because
oh yeah,
yeah,
you'll
they got
spoil it.
sequel
Yeah,
armor.
yeah, and it makes you think how? How are you
Yeah,
still here?
yeah, yeah. You must be terrible with anatomy. That's all I'll
Yeah,
say. Um, I do have another question for you.
yeah.
Um, Tell me about how you hooked up with Mike Taylor and how the podcast got started, where it is now, where it's going.
Okay, so I know Mike for a very long time. Oh, big screen again. This is really embarrassing.
You're good, man. You're
Talk
among
about
friends.
putting a spotlight on me, KB, especially when I haven't made an effort for you guys. Um, so I met Mike probably about 4 or 5 years ago. We met through conventions, especially like wrestling conventions, because we're both really into pro wrestling as well. So we met through wrestling conventions, horror conventions, and we've been buddies ever since. And then we decided last year we were just gonna like he was really. Thing is with Mike, he won't mind me saying this neither. He's very quiet, he's very timid, he's very shy. So I
Hmm.
try to where me is I'm open as a book. I'm quite happy to talk to anyone. I don't care. Like I'm just like very hyperactive most of the time. And I wanted to build his confidence up because he wanted to start doing Instagram live streams and he wanted to join me on talking about movies and we did like a few Instagram watch alongs. So I was like, well, to try and build his confidence up, why don't you come on a stream with me and I will carry most of the stream and see how you get on. And then he decided that would be a good idea and he joined me and then we decided that we keep on doing one a week and see how you get on. And as time has progressed, I can't get him to shut up now. He's just talking all the time. It's like, yes, it's awesome. Like he's like his confidence is building up, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And now other people in the UK community, that Andrew is a part of, Andy Loves Movies, Forgotten World of Movies.
Hmm.
Um, they have him on their streams now, and he's like going
That's
onto their
cool.
YouTube streams. So I feel like his confidence is just gradually getting better.
Yeah.
So which is awesome. And then like I said to you, we decided to this year we switch it up and we email some people and see, people can only tell you no. That's the biggest fear of asking someone to
Hmm.
come on the show. Like because the only thing they can do is say no, right? So that's how I look at it. I start emailing all these people. I'll be like, this is what we do. We, just here to we're not gaining any profit from this. This is like no organization. We're just here for the love of film and film only. And we
Right.
would hope for you to come on and be good to talk to you. And so yeah, we decided to just roll on that and see what we get back. So yeah, so we've got some pretty interesting people coming up soon, so which should be really cool.
Yeah,
So
that is
that's how I met
cool.
Mike. Yeah,
The thing about it is he's very knowledgeable, so it's been
yeah.
interesting to see that blossom and grow and blooms. And sometimes the people who are the most quiet are the ones who have the most to say.
Oh, he's awesome. I love him to
Yeah.
pieces. Yeah,
What about
he's
future? What do you think about adding on to what you're doing now for the future, or just more the same?
everyone is saying YouTube. Everyone's saying you got to jump on YouTube.
I'm glad
One,
I'm not alone.
I'm I'm really. The thing is, like, I respect so many people on YouTube, like yourself, Mal, Married with Media, Ken, Tim, uh, Pete from Basement Blues. I
Yeah, yeah.
respect every. I feel like I just don't want to do the same as what everyone, because I feel like I don't. I just get scared that I feel like I'm stepping on people's toes. I just do not want to do that. So like
No,
I just get really
I
I just
I don't think it'll
yeah
be received that way. I say this all the time. The thing that makes this community grow is everyone having their voice out there. Put out the
yeah.
content. See, you called his name and he shows up. Damn it. What's up, Kenny?
Ken's like fucking Candyman.
Yeah, man. You only have to say it once though. See, you've been saying Michelle all the time, and as soon as you said Ken the first time, he shows up.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks for joining us, man. Um, but I think everyone has a very specific voice, and what you're doing. I'm not interviewing any actors and actresses. You're doing your thing, and even if you didn't want to say, well, I'm going to have an interview show. YouTube just announced it today. They're getting into the podcast game. You could literally just make it a video podcast. It will be different than what any of us are doing using StreamYard and OBS and Twitch and all
Yeah,
that. Go do your own thing, but add your voice. You got something to say. You have a unique avenue to do so. And you know, you're not pulling Tim and Ken and everybody. You're pulling different people. You're bringing an entire UK movie community to the rest of us. And the whole thing
yeah.
is get it out on YouTube. Even if you just do it as a podcast, get it out there.
That's what I would love to do. It's just I want to also do some Blu-ray hunting as well. Like especially like for you guys basically for you guys to see
Hmm.
HMV. I know you see like HMV from a couple of my TikToks and stuff like that, but to get a full YouTube video of me going into HMV and getting some cool pickups and that's I'd love to do that. But my editing, I really want to learn how to edit for YouTube because I probably need a
Yeah.
few pointers. So
Well, do you when you do the IG lives, there's no editing in that, right?
no, it's just obviously because it's live. You just yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nick says, Matt, start a YouTube channel. I'm not big at all, but I do things my way, regardless of what people think. Just be you. And he's
Oh,
absolutely right.
thanks, man.
You just what you're doing right now is you being you. You and Mike are doing your thing. Just continue
Yeah,
to do that and grow the platform. Continue
that'd
doing
be
IG
awesome.
Live, but just add on.
That would be awesome.
We'll talk offline. We're gonna make this happen because it makes no sense. Honestly, it makes no sense. It's
Yeah,
a untapped resource. You might as well just add to it. So,
yeah, because it was the same with Fans of Something. Fans of Something was just like, oh, you want to do an interview on Instagram? You want to do one on YouTube, Matt? I was just like,
yeah,
yeah, I've really got to make a YouTube, but I just don't know where to. I don't know how to go about it.
yeah. And
I-
4K Media Guy has a good point. When you do these channels, you're helping people grow their collection and know what's out there. I'll give you a good example. Umbrella released that Terrifier This Is Art collection. If I had people with a channel that was like, hey, here's some of the upcoming boutique things that's really hot. I ordered mine already, so you should get in too. You know, hey, Tony, Basement Blues, here's some free content for you. Every time you order something from Zavi or pre-order something, do a quick 5 minute video and say, hey, this is the new hotness coming out from Zavi. Get in your
Yeah,
order, get in your pre-order while you have it. Because you're already in that lane, you're already you already got your order in, so you're gonna get yours. And just add on because if somebody had told me about that This Is Art collection, I would have got it too. Ken says the more of us out there doing the stuff, the better. I agree. I
oh yeah,
agree.
man,
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen for sure.
100%.
For
Yeah,
sure.
and mid level was one of the first guys I ever watched. I think it
Yeah.
was I think it was lockdown. I think I started really getting into it heavily through lockdown. It's just like obviously I
Hmm.
couldn't leave the house apart from getting the essential grocery shopping. But yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't see my parents. I couldn't see anybody. So I was just at home a lot and I couldn't work. Um, so I was just YouTube become like a home for me. Like having people like Ken had me on one of his roundtables. I've been on a few of Tim's streams as well, and they made me feel like part of the family, and it was so special.
Yeah.
So even though I was at home alone, I didn't feel alone, if that made sense.
No. I think that's where a lot of the community started to grow. Up, look at that. I will do that, KB. Thank you. I appreciate that because I'm looking for that kind of stuff. And if you guys are hitting up, you know, the umbrella site, the vinegar site. So a good example last night, just randomly, I just fired up Vinegar Syndrome because I was looking for if a certain content had HDR or Dolby Vision. And right at the top was a banner saying, hey, we're going to have a sale starting March 24th. I screenshotted that joint and I threw it up on Instagram. I'm like, if I know it, everybody else should know it. We
Yeah,
all we all share
100%.
in the fun. A
Yeah,
few of us know anything about editing. When we start, take the plunge and learn as you go. Really, all you need is some software to get started. I use Final Cut. I know people use Adobe Premiere, and go on YouTube. There's tons of tutorials. If you have LinkedIn UK, you could go and do those Linda videos. You can learn editing easy, and then the whole thing is you put your own spin on it. He's absolutely right. I wish Umbrella would start doing 4Ks because their box sets are better than Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, yeah.
fact.
I think they will eventually because I'll just say it, and this is something I have to admit because I know Ken will agree with me. I used to hate on Vinegar Syndrome because I was like, the titles they get are not my speed. It's not what I'm into, but it was essential for them to start getting the stuff that I was into. So now, like, I'm a big fan of the VSU partner labels. So, like, Cloak and Dagger, Roadhouse, what's the other one that I got? Anyway, so I think they had to start with the smaller stuff so that every once in a while they could get the bigger stuff. But Umbrella has partnerships with CBS and a whole bunch of other labels, so they could get a lot more licenses. But their packaging and their restorations, but once they do, they'll be up there with Syndrome for sure. What do you think?
I don't know how you guys have money out there. Honestly, as a collector, I always tell my friends this in the UK. I'm like, man, if I lived in America, I'll be broke because you
Broke.
guys not only do you do just you don't have one edition. It's right. You got to have like the Best Buy edition. You got to have the
Mm-hmm.
Target edition. You got to have the
Mm-hmm.
Walmart edition. They've all got different art cards. Soon they'll be doing the Walgreens edition, the Publix edition. You know, the Win Dixie edition. It will never end. And I'm just like, bro,
Don't forget the
like,
Kroger's and the Publix edition.
yeah. So it's like, how? Like, because I'm a collector. I'd have to have each and every single like edition. So it's like,
Hmm.
how have you guys got money out there, man? Like every Tuesday must be a bitch. Like,
You got to be selective, bro. You got to be selective. Like I'll use Terrifier 2 as an example. So when that came out, of course you had the standard, the Blu-ray, then you had the Steelbook Blu-ray, then you
yeah,
had the Best Buy 4K, and that was before you start looking at boutique labels and
yeah.
international stuff because it gets crazy out there. But you either have the funds and say, I'm going to go for it all, or you start to be selective. And sometimes my mother used to tell me, when you see when you see clothes, close your mouth or close your eyes. You have to be like that. When you see movies, close your eyes.
Yeah,
Don't let FOMO get you.
yeah, I know, right?
let, let me check in the chat here. So Walter adds in the resurgence of physical media is happening. It's true. People are grading VHS tapes like it's comic books or something. It's amazing, or baseball cards.
Yeah.
Sean says, "I know the feeling. That's how it is for me right now, being a 24/7 caregiver." Yeah, if you're not out there with disposable income, but you still have the love of the movies and the love of physical media, you have to be selective. Yeah, you would be broke otherwise. The more people in this community, the better. We're all talking about a specific theme, and we're all doing it our ways too. Yeah, Bob.
I know
Um,
Bob. Yeah, Bob's
yeah,
great. Yeah, he supports the Instagram. Always gives me a thumbs up and stuff. Yeah, he's a really cool
yeah.
guy.
And that last line is the most, well, last two. Have fun with it, and you will have plenty of supporters. So best believe that. People are
Thanks, man.
saying what they use to edit. Yeah, I see a lot of people using CapCut, especially on TikTok. I see a lot of people using um, CapCut. Steelbook Obsession. I know he uses it as well. Umbrella basically a partner with VS now. Huh, interesting. Second cousin Dave in the house. Hello, sir. Ah, thank you. Some of his favorite people in the
He's
community.
so great.
Love him.
I love. He's amazing.
Okay, so Bob uses CapCut too. Good. See? So you don't have to go out and spend the 500, 600 bucks for, you know, that software because it does a lot more than what you'll probably end up using it for. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
so many alternatives.
There are some stuff that I need to. I want to get a better laptop. I need to get a mic because I want to get like one of those mics that I can talk into, make it more professional.
Hmm.
Um,
All
so
with
have a
time
mic.
and money.
Yeah, that's it.
all
Yeah,
all with time and money. Um, More about Umbrella. They're releasing stuff on Vinegar Syndrome site right now under partner labels. It's newer. They've been with them like 2 months now. All right. Good information. I love this. I love the way we share information, and all it does is
that's
yeah, David
yeah,
has no money.
yeah, yeah. Crazy, crazy.
Nick said you have to pick and choose what to buy. Money don't come easy. Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah. I need Ken to hit me up with Warner Brothers and get me one of those like give me the semi shit. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Start a YouTube channel, get a couple thousand subs.
Yeah.
It will happen. It will happen quickly. Yeah. See, even Tony says I have to juggle to keep up with all the releases. Many times I eat a sandwich instead of going out to eat. Money can be tight. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's disposable, but it's not unlimited.
yeah. It's like, do I want this brand new 4K box set or do I want to eat for the rest of the week? Ah, the steelbook
Hmm.
would be great. I'll get the steelbook. So,
Yeah, and we're not even talking about the Nova Medias and the Kimchi DVDs. When you start getting
yeah,
into hundreds for a single title, then you're
yeah,
making life choices.
yeah.
Pay the mortgage, buy this
Mm,
kimchi.
yeah,
You know, pay the lights.
yeah,
This everything blue just popped up on eBay.
yeah.
So
And they always release banger titles when you're saving money.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Right now, I have about $150 I've been holding on to for, and James, if you're still in the chat, you can understand this, for the Criterion Flash sale. I just want to get a couple box sets and I'm good till July. And it's like every time I turn around, I see something else and I see something else, and I'm like, but it's for Criterion. David uses
Oh,
Camtasia for editing. Okay. People saying hello and hi. Fans of something. Matt, do you think there's already too much Jenna Ortega with X, Scream, Scream 6, Wednesday, and now Beetlejuice 2? Talk on it.
yeah. I I somewhat agree. There is a lot of General Ortega right now, but I think she's a new Scream Queen for
Hmm.
um this generation. That's why I'm not so mad about Neve not being in the latest one. Um, I do like her. I just wish that yeah, there would be a little less at the moment, just because I can't really go into it about spoilers, but I
Yeah, yeah.
honestly I feel like, but in Scream she was really really good. Wednesday is it's all right. It's I have the poster for it right here. I
I
really
saw
do.
it. The
Yeah,
dance.
so
You got the
yeah,
Wednesday dance poster. I saw that.
yeah, and I got the I don't know if you guys could see it, but I got this one as well. The subway poster from the
That's
cinema.
the one I want.
Yeah, I can send you one, man. No problem.
No worries, bro. That's like shipping and all that. If I'm gonna hit you up with something, it'll be movies, believe me.
Okay, okay. I won't. Yeah, I won't do like shipping tax and stuff like that. Don't worry about that.
All right. Um, let's talk about something we can't give spoilers for because it's not out yet, and that's John Wick 4. First of all, I know many of you heard the news today, but Lance Reddick, who was the front man at the Continental, me personally, I know him from older movies, TV shows, especially Fringe. Freaking love Fringe, and he was so good on that show. But he passed away today, so
Yeah,
uh, condolences to his family, his friends. Rest in power, rest in peace. Great actor, left a lot of great work behind for us to enjoy. So if you get a chance, go fire up your John Wick movies and prep for 4 next week. Or if you, I think it's on, I believe I heard it's on Hulu or HBO Max, but go watch Fringe if you never checked out that show because that show is a boss. Great
Fringe was
show,
awesome.
great sci-fi.
Yeah,
And he was
I
excellent on it.
I feel like I jinxed it in a way because I only watched John Wick 3 last night, and I feel
Yeah.
he had like his my favorite scene with him was in Scream John Wick 3,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
with the shotgun. He grabs the shotgun
Yeah.
and he joins John Wick on a little shootout,
Hmm.
and I think that is really awesome.
With the
So
classical
that's one of
music playing in the background.
my favorite Riddick moments. Like
Yeah,
he yeah that was awesome.
yeah.
Um, he was really cool in John Wick 3 because I felt like they gave him something to do in this one.
Hmm.
Um, and it's going to be a bit of a weird one on Thursday. 'Cause I'm going
Yeah,
Thursday
I
to
know.
see John Wick 4.
Seeing him on the screen, just knowing he's no longer with us.
Yeah, that's going to be a gut punch
Yeah.
for sure.
Benicio said he knew him from Oz, that great HBO show. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's right. He was on The Wire too. He was great on that too.
yes.
Fringe, good also. Dave owns Fringe. It's amazing. Yep. Check it out, Adrian. It's a good show. Good, good show.
But I've seen all these early reviews, and everyone I've seen speak about it has said this is one of the best action movies ever. So
Yeah.
this has really, really got me excited.
Yeah,
So
I'm hearing good things about the cast with the new members of the cast, and the best thing you could hear about a long movie is that you don't feel the time. Like the time passes, but it doesn't feel like a
yeah,
long movie. I think
yeah,
Roger Ebert once said, um, "No movie is too short if it's bad, and no movie is too long if it's good."
yeah.
So I'm hoping John Wick is good that I don't feel that long runtime.
But they were
So.
saying that with John Wick 3 that it was long, but I didn't really feel the runtime at all. It it's just a fun action movie.
Yeah, I agree with you, Andrew. Hopefully, they can just add that on to the ending, before the credits roll. But I know it's already been shipped to a lot of theaters, because they have
Hmm.
to queue it up on their digital projectors these days. So
I think it's done
hopefully,
now. Yeah, I
yeah.
think there will be because obviously he's casted, but I don't know if he's shot his scenes already. I don't know if
Hmm.
the scenes have been shot, but he is casted next year for the ballerina.
Yeah.
So the spin-off. So maybe they'll do a tribute on that. Maybe.
Hmm. Yeah, that would be
So
cool. Or at least,
yeah,
some theaters, I don't know if you guys experience that over there, but a lot of theaters will have like an actor or a director welcoming you to the theater and thanking you for coming out to the theater to see the movie. So like Tom Cruise did it for Top Gun Maverick. This time when I went to see Scream 6, they had Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera doing the intro thank you. maybe they could do something like that. So
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
yeah, Ballerina's all shot for Lance's stuff as well as the Percy Jackson series where he played Zeus. Wow. All right, so he has some work in the bag for us to go out and
Awesome.
support and watch and appreciate his work. So
It does
looking
fit when you
forward to
see him on
all
the
that.
big screen. Like when you see him on the big screen, it's like, for instance, like we go back to Titanic, seeing Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
Uh, that was really tough to see him because he was one of my
Hmm.
favorite actors growing up, and
Yeah.
that was a gut punch for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Great actor too. A lot of great movies. I think of
Yeah,
things like Aliens and
Twister.
so many different. Yeah, so
Yeah.
many different things. Yeah. So sounds like you're equally interested in waiting. You're going Thursday to see John Wick 4, you said?
Oh, I'm going opening day. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
think, yeah. I think I have tickets for Thursday as well. You're going to see it before me with the time difference, but
Oh man,
yeah.
if I come out and you're still not seeing it yet, I'll DM you and be like, dude, this is awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Strap in. Like, yeah, put your
yeah.
seatbelt on for this one, bro.
We got 22 people in here. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and leave a like on this. We're just hanging out. We're having fun.
You
Nothing
got
specific in mind.
Donnie
And
Yen
if you have any
in as well.
questions, yeah, please pop a question in for Matt, and we can keep this going.
Awesome.
They're talking about Severin and Vinegar Syndrome and all that. Severin getting in the way of more releases like Kill Her Goats. I heard the packaging on that was spectacular, but the movie was crap. If you guys have seen Kill Her Goats, be honest. Put put your honest critique of the movie. Not the packaging. The packaging and the movie, two different things. The packaging can be awesome, but I don't want a pretty box for something that's a piece of crap inside. So be honest.
That's the way life is these days. You get really cool artwork for a really shitty movie. It's
Mm-hmm.
like
It's
Morbius.
true.
Morbius had an awesome slipcover, man. I
I
was just like,
know.
bro.
I know.
Yeah.
Lovely lenticular, and then all of a sudden I gotta watch that. I saw that in the movies. Matter of fact, April 1st, a year ago, I saw that and I was like, uh
Uh,
I was like,
yeah.
I'm the fool for sitting here watching this movie on April 1st, for sure. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, that was your April Fools right there.
Yeah. Killer Ghost will be your favorite movie of the year, and the Steelbook was only $28, but it makes sense why. Yeah. It could be $8, but if it's terrible inside, I want nothing to do with it. I have not heard great things about Killer Goats from Bob and Tony. Yeah, but
did you get your pre-order in for the second site, Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
No.
it. Mostly, well, first of all, you may not know this. I am not a fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I understand the time at which it was made and the importance of horror movies, early 70s, blah, blah, blah. But the way that movie was written, I had no empathy for any of the characters. I wanted them all to die. I wanted Leatherface to just go in on each and every one of them. And that means I'm rooting for the antagonist of the movie. That shouldn't be. So I
Yeah.
like Franklin, roll him down a hill, please.
Yeah.
But I did pick up the Dark Sky 4K on this side because the features, the special features seem to be outstanding, and I really want to get into that. So if I happen to get a nice upgrade on the movie itself, fine. I'll watch it again. I'm just not a fan. Many people are fans. I know someone who has like the Saw is family tattooed right here. I'm not
Yeah.
there. I have other
No.
franchises I could lean into, which we could talk
Yeah.
about one of them soon too.
It does. It
Uh,
does. You know, we do get really nice second site boutiques here, which is
yeah, I
awesome.
wish
So
I could.
people always tell me, like, you guys always tell me, like, the American folks, they tell me, like, you guys get so lucky with these boutiques, and I'm like, bro, if only you knew, like, we do not get Scream Factory or Shout Factory over here, man.
Yep,
And you
yep,
guys get so many cool releases on 4K.
And we
but we
get
haven't even got
sales.
the yeah. And it's like, bro, we don't get that shit. Like, if
Yeah.
only like I watch like pickup videos, like you guys, I watch on YouTube and pickup videos and
Hmm.
stuff, and I'm like, bro, if only I could get that my hands on one of those. Like, we haven't even got the Evil Dead
Real
4K
talk.
yet. Like, we haven't
Real
got the
talk.
remake. Yeah,
Real,
suck that.
real talk. Because like I finally decided I'm gonna pick up original Dawn of the Dead. Not the big one. I understand it's like ridiculous, out of price, you know, out of print everywhere. But just the standard still comes in a nice hard box, the red one. And I went directly to second sight. Went to pick up a few other things with it. Like I didn't get Tangerine yet. And um I gave my buddy my copy of The Stranger, so I was gonna get another one and something else, can't remember. And the cart wouldn't go through. And I'm like, what's going on? Can't order from the UK? What's going on? And then I went and I refreshed it and I started like clicking on each individual title and it told me Dawn of the Dead cannot be shipped from the UK to the US. So it would let me follow through with the rest of the order, but it wouldn't let me get it from there. So I had to get it from Diabolic, which that's another thing we have over here. We have good importers. We have them, we have Orbit, so we have options if we want some of those UK and those German titles, but we're still
If you
paying for
need
it.
any future boutique cables, let me know. I'll send you over. I won't even charge you shipping or nothing like that. So I've got your back, bro.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
man.
Because I see some of those HMV exclusives and I get a little jealous.
Uh yeah, man. Yeah.
We may have Best Buy over here, but you got HMV and what's the other one? Floop? What is it called?
Sorry.
There's another
Zabi, HMV,
yeah.
uh
When Nathan
yeah.
Jones went over there, he went to a store, I think it was called Floop or Flop or something like that. I
Oh
can't remember.
yeah. Bot.
Yeah,
Bot.
yeah.
Yeah. It's in London.
So I see a lot of those, and I'm like, I like that. Another thing, sometimes you guys get titles over there and you don't get slips. What's up with that?
We don't get what, sorry?
You don't get slip covers. You don't get slip cases with them.
Drives me crazy, my friend.
Yeah,
Because I'm like, I know some people couldn't care about the slip covers, but
right.
I'm a slip whore. Like, I gotta have that slip cover, man.
Hmm.
So it does bother me. Especially some 4Ks recently have been a bit like that, you know, and you're paying for a premium title because you're paying for the 4K.
Yeah,
Like,
if you're getting it day one, I want to slip.
and this is what winds me up. 2 seconds, I will go grab it.
Yeah, yeah. Let me catch up in the chat while you're doing that. Some highlights here. Andrew says that's how I felt during Freddy versus Jason. Yeah, yeah. Seeing the worst
So
reviews I ever seen on Letterboxd or Kill Her Goats. What you got?
this is a £60 4K title,
Okay.
and it's not premium whatsoever. It's the Rocky 4K Knockout
Yeah,
Collection, and it's
yeah.
so
Standard.
slim. And this is coming apart here already. And I've had it what,
Oh
a week,
wow.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels very cheap, and I just don't think 4K titles feel premium anymore.
Yeah.
It's just this should be a bigger box. I wish there was posters, there was art cards in here. Nope, nothing.
What are they selling that for retail?
£60.
60. And the Zabi steel books, 30 each, 25
Yeah,
each.
yeah,
Yeah. So they want you to spend the 100 quid instead of the 60 to
yep.
get them individually.
Hmm.
Same
Yeah,
thing here. Best Buy is $30 each for the steelbooks and releasing them 1 week at a time. So Rocky 4 comes out on Tuesday. Meanwhile,
yeah,
people already have Rocky 4 if they bought that one.
yeah,
I'm doing a standard upgrade, so I just got that knockout one. But you're right, the box is flimsy. It's coming apart
yeah,
from day one.
yeah.
And this is why I think I was watching a chat yesterday and they said the future of physical media is going to end up being all boutique. And I'll add to that and say it'll be studio premium stuff trying to be boutique labels because
Yeah.
as collectors, we're not going to stand for that. We don't want that crap. We want good premium stuff. If I'm paying top dollar, I want a steel book or I want a hard case. Like everything you see Vinegar and Umbrella and all of them doing, that's going to become like the typical release because that's what we want. We want special features. We want 4K remasters,
If
and
I
we're
want,
gonna we're gonna pay the premium for it.
if
But if
I'm
we're paying the
paying
premium, give
60,
us stuff.
if I'm paying $60, I want art cards, I want posters, I want the
Hmm.
actor, I want the main actor to come around my house and hang out with me. I want, it's just, yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Um, Benicio. Justice for Franklin. They're still talking about Killer Goats. Let's see. Tangerine is great. I enjoyed that movie a lot.
Yeah, Sean Baker's a great filmmaker.
Yeah.
He's
I don't know if he's still in here, but if you haven't seen it, Ryan from The Disconnected did an excellent interview with Sean Baker, of all people. I was surprised when he told me he was going to get him on the show. So, yeah, great
wow.
interview with Sean Baker. Check it out. It's on his YouTube channel,
Sean Baker made one of my favorite movies of was it 2018, The Florida
Florida
Project.
Project.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, so good, so good.
I like that release you have. Is that a hard case that you have for Florida Project? The one with the light
Yeah,
blue
with
cover?
the Blu-ray. Yeah, let me check it. I think it's a standard Blu-ray, but it's got a nice flip cover. It's
Yeah,
yeah. Wait, I'm trying to figure out how to do this right.
you're
There we go.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so
I
it's
like
nice.
that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. It's one of my favorite movies. And then I got the. It's that good that I got the American version as well, which is like this one with the.
Yeah, yeah, that's the nonsense we got.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes the things that you guys get there in the UK or Germany gets or even Korea gets head and foot above what we get here in the States. But then sometimes you turn around and it's just the opposite.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree. It's just like I find like some titles we get robbed. Like you guys got the 4K, you guys got the 4K of Terrifier. We haven't even got that here.
Yeah. And I thought it sold out pretty quickly, but like every once in a
Mm.
while, somebody will go and do a Tuesday hunt, and it could be Durant, it could be Movies Ensue, and there'll be one sitting on the shelf. I feel like just saying, "Hey, tomorrow when you go, just pick that up for me." So,
Yeah, yeah. And if any of you guys watching want to pick one up for me and send it to the UK, I would love to forever. Like I will send you something in return, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, I see that. Like especially that slipcover, it's half Art the Clown and half Sienna.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
chef's kiss.
We're not talking about Sienna tonight. Andrew has two questions for you. I hope you're ready for Roman Reigns to lose at WrestleMania. Also, KB, who wins Ahsoka Tano versus Luke Skywalker? Ooh, I'm gonna answer my question really quick. I'm gonna say Ahsoka because Luke will lose his temper. He'll push her, just like my dog, who I also name Ahsoka. She will push you, and Luke will lose his temper, and then there goes the fourth.
I
Go
love your
ahead.
dog, man.
I'll give you 2 minutes to talk your wrestling crap.
No, man. I keep it short and sweet, man. Yeah, I got a feeling he's gonna lose at WrestleMania. He's had a good run though, like over 900 days as champion. So yeah,
Wow.
so yeah, but he's awesome though. I love Reigns. So anyway, moving on.
Jordo says the Rocky collection was so good. Have you checked it out,
Yeah,
or did you
the
just shelve it?
transfers are
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah, yeah, I've checked it out. Yeah,
I
yeah,
heard some people making complaints about it, and they're so minute. It's like you have time to check the performance in all the different languages and all that. I don't do those type of thorough reviews, and I write for a living.
nah. I
No,
mean, the films come out in the 70s. Well, the first one came out in the 70s, so it's like what do you expect? It's not gonna be like it's not gonna be Creed 3. Like you're gonna go see
right,
Creed 3. It's not gonna look like that. It's
right.
but the transfers are really they're a miles better than the Blu-ray for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
I have the same problem with well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's
yeah,
16 millimeter film. What do you
yeah,
think you're going to get out of that? You're not going to get an 8K transfer and then just digital download it to 4K.
yeah.
It is what
Mhm,
it is. You're working with a certain resource. Go with it.
mhm.
Uh Mega Mike says, "What's up, Mike?" Mega Mike says the box set was awful. Divisive once again. Uh Still talking about them goats. Vin says the Rocky 4K steals were the way to go. How often do you hit up Zavi for stuff like that?
Um, quite often, and not so much in the last month, just
Hmm.
because I've been in the process of moving to a new apartment.
Yeah,
Obviously, had to pay
funds.
my first rent month, the deposit, so things have been a little bit crazy. So I've been budgeting a little bit, but all bets are off next month. Uh, but I didn't go for the Rocky Steelbooks just because I was told that the Stallone cut of Rocky 4 was only
Hmm.
available during the Knockout collection. So I was
Really?
just like, yeah, and it was announced.
No.
It was announced like a couple of weeks ago that apparently it's going to be on the Steelbook as well. So I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I kind of wish they
Uh,
did that for the Scream movies as well. They released once a week instead of having to wait another year for like Scream 3 to come out in 4K, and then you got to wait another year for Scream 4 to come out in 4K. Just
yeah.
pissing me off
I
now.
mean, we're spoiled. I don't care where in the world you are. We're spoiled with the speed at which physical media comes out. Tim and
Hmm.
I talk about this all the time. VHS days when you'd have to wait a year
Yeah.
after things were released in the theaters
Hmm.
to see it on a VHS tape. And now we have, because digital cameras, of course, now we have things. There's a date for Shazam, the new Shazam movie,
Yeah.
already, a physical media date. So we are
Yeah.
spoiled. I will
It's the
say
same for
that
Scream
much.
6. We're getting that in July.
Yeah, we already know.
Yeah, I've got my Steelbook
Uh,
on pre-order.
Mega Mike says the price should definitely match the quality. We rarely get that. It's true, but they also balance it by offering these super premium boutique releases that are way exuberant of the price and the value inside the box. But we pay
Oh yeah.
that too. We pay that too. Boom,
Hmm.
boom, boom. I wonder if you notice that some Blu-ray cases are thinner than normal. And I'll give you something to go against that. In the UK, their boxes are thicker. Their cases are
Yeah.
thicker.
Although I will say our training day 4K came in an eco case. It was one of those slim eco cases.
Yeah, and we got Blu-ray cases over here, which was just like so shoddy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just got the Steelbook when I saw that. The review copies came from Warner, and I was
But we
like,
are
ew.
now. I mean, we did have thick cases, but they are now starting to go down the route of slimming down the cases, which is
Yeah,
I don't have any beef with that because it saves room on my shelves, so it gives me
right.
more room to. So I don't have beef with that design.
Mm-hmm.
So
Correct. Let's be honest. Who enjoys art cards? Some people do. I mean, they keep making them for a reason. We got to have them, Mel says.
yeah, where's my art card? Like
Yeah. Benicio says, I look at art cards once and never again. That's me. That's me. Sometimes if they're in some kind of plastic wrap or whatever, I don't take them out. It's like I could go online and look at them. I think Second Sight, The Witch, never even looked at all the other stuff that came with it besides the book. The book
yeah.
is excellent. The book should win an award, but fans of something, question, do you drink tap water? I guess the UK has better water. I would not drink Georgia tap water. You are a smart man. I
Oh
think
yeah,
Tony and
I just
James would do the same thing. They would agree with you.
yeah, our tap water is very clean. Yeah,
Hmm.
we have really clean tap water here.
Yeah.
But
We have a lovely device called Brita.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water, so
All right, Nick, hope I didn't miss you, but thanks for stopping by. Wrestling, boo. Okay, question for Dell. Put it in the chat. You're 12. Let's go back to 81, 82, 83. You're 12 years old. It's Saturday morning. Before drive-in movie, which is our martial arts thing that used to come on in New York, were you watching WWF? Because that's what it used to be, WWF.
well, I
Were
used
you
to do,
watching it?
man, and I kind of never grew out of it. It was kind of like a thing that just stayed with me. Yeah,
Hmm. Walter says, I remember going to video stores like the Warehouse and seeing a VHS for 109 for one tape. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, we used to call those the rentals because that's the only people who could afford it. And even they were paying 50 to $60. So the retail price for it was, always like 40% up from the price that the renters would pay. But that would mean they would have to rent that tape 60 times in order to make their money on it. So it would have to rent daily for 2 months in order to make their money back on it. Bottled water here in Georgia all the way. Yep.
wow, you guys got dirty water out there, man. That's crazy.
Too many politics, man. The politics are in the water.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
Mega Mike wants to know, what do you think about steelbooks going up in price, sometimes around $40 for studio release? I'll even start with Lionsgate. I don't know if anyone has noticed those 1999s are now 21.99 and higher. So, yeah, good question. Especially
if
over
it's
there. I think you guys have more steelbook options than us.
yeah, if it's premium and it's got a cover to protect the steelbook, yeah,
Hmm.
that's absolutely fine. It's you got a premium product in your hands. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, if it's just a steelbook on its own, yeah,
Hmm.
I'm not about
Yeah, it's a bit much.
that. Yeah,
But uh, I've gotten to the point now, seriously, whether it's a blind buy or something I've seen before, I'm avoiding day one unless it's something I know I can't get day 25. So if
yeah,
it's a boutique, if it's a steel book, if it's a first certain slipcover I want, day one. Other than that, I'm waiting for sales. I'm waiting for the
yeah,
Kino sale. I'm waiting for the Scream Factory sale. I'm waiting for the Criterion sales. Yeah, I
yeah.
can't do it anymore. It doesn't make sense because I might have a couple hundred movies to watch, and let's say I got the regular version of Heat when that came out, day one. It's still sitting on my shelf. It's now $8.99 for the 4K.
Yeah, that's makes sense.
30, yeah, $30, $8. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's just collecting dust at the end of the day, isn't it? So
Walter, me too. I tried finding Steelbook of Lawrence of Arabia when it came out, and it was nowhere near me. Same here. All my Best Buy sold out of that one. Secondary market, it cost about $85, and I was able to find a used copy for 20. I actually have the region-free UK one on Blu-ray, and I've held on to that because I couldn't find that 4K Steelbook that Best Buy had. It's crazy. The secondary market is just, it's ridiculous. I go on Macari. Do you use Macari at all?
no,
It's
no,
kind of
I
like
don't.
an eBay,
Oh,
but
okay.
I go on Macari on a Wednesday, and
Yeah.
whatever came out the previous day, let's say a Best Buy Steelbook, there are so many people looking for it that what people do, I know this is the racket end. Sorry, Bob. I know this gets Bob's Blu-rays very upset. People will go into Best Buy, buy two to $30 steel books, put up the secondary one for $56. The
Uh,
next day, the next day, just to cover both. And you know what they'll do? They'll open theirs, sell the digital copy for $8. You see what I'm saying?
scalpers do my head in, man. I hate scalpers, bro.
I can't
But
do it,
yeah,
bro. I can't
No.
do it. I give away more digital codes than anything. My daughter gets all my old Blu-rays when I upgrade to a 4K, or she'll get the DV if I upgrade to a
I
Blu-ray
just give
because
them
she
away.
wants
If
to
anyone
build her
wants it, they
collection.
can have it.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not about making money off anything. If anyone wants digital, I'm never going to use it, so
yeah.
it means nothing
The
to me.
hundreds of free digital codes I got over the years, I'm not selling them. I
Yeah,
thought about it for a while and then I changed my mind. I'm like, it's not worth it. It's not
yeah.
worth it.
I'm
But
not going
yeah,
to start
that's what
making an.
people do.
I'm not going to make an OnlyFans just to sell digital codes.
I wasn't
So.
going to talk about that tonight. So his OnlyFans link will be in the description.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
I
man.
got a question for you though. Like,
Yeah, man.
which when did your love of movies and collecting start then? Because obviously you're from New York, right? So like, how did it
Yeah.
all progress? Like the film, like what films got you really interested? Like you want to start collecting, and what movies did you really like growing up?
I'm gonna take it back to the VHS days. Like I said, we had that period like Walter was talking about where a retail price of a movie was $100. I still remember Prince of Darkness. I borrowed that from Blockbuster and I lost the tape.
Lost
And
it.
yeah, they wanted to charge me a buck 25, $125 to replace that tape. And I found it like 2 years later. It was in my couch. But once they dropped the price, I remember when VHS tapes dropped down to 20, $30, kind of like what we're paying now for Blu-rays and 4Ks. I just wanted the movies that I couldn't get enough of, who
Yeah,
I remember watching as a kid. So immediately, Star Wars,
yeah,
the Holy Trilogy, New Hope, Empire, Jedi. And then I always wanted to see all the James Bond movies. So I got the James Bond individual movies. I still remember
mhm,
they were releasing them individually to make a
yeah,
complete set. So it
yeah,
started with that. And we didn't call that collecting back then. It was just like having the movies that you watch the most at home on your VHS.
yeah,
Kids came around, all Disney, Disney and Nickelodeon. So all the diamond collections, all the clamshells, all the Nick tapes, the white tapes with the purple labels. It was all that. So most of my VHS money went to things that I love watching and things that they love. All the Cameron films, True Lies, Abyss, all the stuff we're waiting for now.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was that. And when DVD came around, I immediately hopped on the format and I knew that the one movie I had to get was The Wizard of Oz because that is my wife's favorite movie. And I was like, if I'm gonna sell her on this DVD thing, she has to see her favorite movie on DVD. And I still
yeah.
remember watching that for the first time. And
Because that was
then,
game changing when DVD came out. I remember
yeah,
when
oh
my dad
yeah,
brought home a DVD player, and the first movie that came with the DVD player at the time was Wild Wild West with Will
oh
Smith.
my God.
Yeah, we watched it. We watched it. It was like watching a 4K at the time. I was like, wow, this is incredible.
Yeah,
Like I
I
can
still
touch
remember.
them. I can touch them. I can touch Will Smith. It's crazy.
She was
Yeah,
talking about the seeing the background and how the yellow brick road didn't look orange like it did on TV. It looked yellow and things like that. Nadia, what's up? Horror and Mora. You should narrate stories. The next, well, my friends call me Morgan. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Tony says I was fortunate enough to have a twin brother. We'd always split the cost. We bought a VCR, VHS tape, and it was expensive back in the 80s. Yes, it was when it was just getting started. And I know Tony's brother was the one who bought all the Star Wars movies because he's a Star Wars fanatic for sure. We got a question for you. What was the first film you purchased, either DVD, Blue, or 4K? You personally, not the parents.
I'm gonna go with the first DVD I ever brought with my own money was Halloween, the first John Carpenter's Halloween.
78. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, 78. That was, and I remember I got that. Bad Boys 1.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I love Bad Boys. It's like my jam.
So good. So good.
Yeah. And my first Blu-ray I think I brought was, oh, shit. Do you know what? I think it was Dread. I think it was
Yeah.
Carl Urban's Dread. I believe
Nice.
that was my first.
Yeah. I got a
Yeah.
Sony Blu-ray and it came with 7 movies, including The River Wild. I remember that. Lost in Space, the Stepmom, some other titles. Can't remember all of them. And like I said, Wizard of Oz, I went and I bought first Blu-ray. Ooh, no. Hey, shout out to Jeff, Films at Home. First Blu-ray, Training Day. And then
Oh
first
yeah.
4K was Black Friday, I got Wonder Woman. That was my foray into the 4K.
Have you seen the 4K transfer for Training Day?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's beautiful, right?
I like it. The color
Yeah.
timing got it took me a minute to get used to, but that transfer
Yeah.
and I like I said, the DVD and then the Blu-ray, yeah, that was worth it.
It's crazy,
Yes.
isn't it? How we go back to the Blu-ray days. We first like going back to the DVD, saying I can touch Will Smith. This is amazing. And then for Blu-ray, you're like, this is even better. This is crazy. And
Yeah.
it's gonna come
So,
a time where we're gonna look at 4Ks and we're gonna go, we used to think that was awesome, man. Like,
hmm
yeah,
And then we just keep going
yeah,
next level, next level. Shout out
yeah,
to the crazies. Even yes,
yeah.
the remake and the original. I remember you. Didn't you say that in one of your videos, Nadia? I like that.
Oh, if Nadia's still in the chat, how was 1 Hour Photo? Because she just got round to watching that, and I want to know what
Oh,
she thought of
good
it.
movie. Good movie.
Hmm. Yeah,
Amazon had
one.
that on sale for $5 for the longest time. I had to pick it
Oh,
up.
such a good 1 Hour Photo is amazing.
Yep.
So, yeah.
What do we have here? Crazy's remake is a remake that's better than the original. I want to do a stream where we talk about that. Remakes and sequels that are better than the original.
Yeah, because we had a discussion on Instagram, didn't we, where you said you
Mm-hmm.
wasn't very hyped about Evil Dead Rise,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so yeah, I mean, I personally love 2013. I thought that was awesome. So the reviews for Rise and the promotion have been great. So I'm just yeah, I'm just tickled.
Oh,
So
there's your answer. She said 1 hour photo is creepy yet intriguing. It is.
yeah, yeah.
Quick story. So when 1 hour photo was coming out, kids were little, and my wife was always with the film camera, film, taking it to a 1 hour photo place. We went to see that movie. She bought a digital camera the next week. No lie. That movie creeped her out. And she's like, no more 1 hour photo. We don't know what they're doing with our pictures. She gave it a
Did
four
you
stars.
did you see that in that movie, Robin Williams invented the selfie? He had that camera and he just went,
Yeah,
it's like click. It's
yeah.
like I was like, he invented the selfie, man. That's
Big
awesome.
ass camera, but he was doing a selfie.
Yeah, that was that. I popped so hard for that scene.
There's a good amount of remakes in horror that are superior, I think. Vin, you and Benicio should do that. Make that a Vin versus Vin episode. That'd be awesome. I want to see that. Horror remakes that are better than the original. I would love to see that. You're a horror guy too.
Huge.
What's your favorite franchise? Let's start there.
Oh man, where do I even start? I've got a few. I mean, I love the Evil Dead franchise. Like
Hmm.
like I said, if I need any advice or anything, I go to Tim because he's the mega fan. But
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
uh, Evil Dead, Scream, Elm Street,
That's me.
Friday the 13th. Um, man, I mean,
It's a lot.
I'm more of an 80s like 80s cheese. In Search of
Hmm.
Darkness, I've been watching the recent one of that one. That was awesome. Um, and it gives me a lot of ideas of what to check out next.
Yeah.
But yeah, my favorite franchises are from the 80s and the 90s as well. Um,
Yeah. I saw
um,
you posted a picture of Never Sleep Again, and that just reminded me. I was like, yeah, that was an excellent documentary.
oh, it's a long one, right? But it's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's a
Yeah,
great way to spend an afternoon just getting into it. Was it like 4 hours long or so?
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy, but it's great. That I
it
think that
is.
whole 80s for me is just where it's at. Like, if I could go back in time, because I was born
Hmm.
in '89. I'm 18. I'm an '89 baby,
Right on.
so I missed out on a lot. So I kind of wish that I could go back and watch some of my favorites on the big screen and see just live the '80s. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, that's a difficult one because there's too many different subgenres that I like in horror.
Hmm.
Like, and
Which
it's
one do you lean toward?
slasher, paranormal. I quite like a bit of torture as well.
Hmm.
Um,
Hey,
so yeah,
torture porn is where it's at.
yeah. It's weird one, man. Like, I could just there's this huge list of different kind of horror that I like. But I think the savior of horror for
Hmm.
me is Art the Clown. I think
Yeah.
because
I,
I
I was
was
just
so
about to go there. Where
yeah,
would you,
I
what
was
subgenre would you put that in? Would you put that as torture porn or just shock? Because that's
shock,
like the new,
shock and slasher and shock
yeah.
definitely. I feel like with because I'll tell a little story. I went to see Halloween Ends, and I was
Oh,
like,
you're getting the full screen for this because you
yeah,
don't want to see my
here we
face.
go, right. So I saw Halloween Ends, right, and I was so deflated. I was like, I just don't like where this slasher era is going. Like,
Hmm.
I love 2018. I love Kills, even though Kills had like a few cringy moments in it with the Evil Dies Tonight. I was just like, oh, bro, come on. Um, but I liked it. It still had Michael being Michael Myers, and Michael was still a badass, and he was still doing Michael Myers stuff and killing people, and it was awesome. And then Halloween Ends came around. The promotion got me hyped. It was like Michael versus Laurie. Let's go. I was literally in the cinema. I was like really excited, and I just walked out, and I was like, bruh, like, what was that? And I was really disappointed. I was really let down. I was like, I don't, as a horror fan, it's not what I want. And then a little movie came out last year called Terrifier 2, and oh my God, I was invested back again. I was like, yes, this is a horror movie, man. This is fun. This is good. And it's shocking. The bedroom scene in Terrifier 2. If you haven't seen it, oh my God,
Mm.
prepare
Oh
yourself
my
for that
gosh.
scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Ugh,
But
brutal.
he's a nasty bastard. But you're invested. You are
Yeah,
in for the ride.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just great.
Even
And
though
I was hooked.
some of that just dragged because I thought it needed tighter editing, like the whole thing with the
Hmm.
school scenes and all that. But
Yeah.
then when you get, I mean, if you're a horror fan, you live for the kills, whatever. But when it got to the kills, you were not disappointed. Oh my gosh. Brutal, brutal, brutal.
Yeah. And
You
when you
can't
think he's
even call
done,
that
he's
torture.
coming back for more. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. You think, oh, he's done now. She's dead. Nope. Nope. He's
nope,
coming back.
nope. It's like he is the epitome of, wait, there's more.
Yeah.
What's
And
up, Cody?
I guarantee in about 10 years time, oh, I can't even talk now. We'll be putting David Howard Thornton, who plays Arthur Clown, next to,
Yeah,
Jason Voorhees and Freddy and Michael as a horror icon.
yeah. He is, to me, he's like the Andy Serkis of horror movies. Like whatever he plays, he kind of makes it iconic and makes it his own. With that comment in mind, Holland asks, "Are you excited for Exorcist after ends? Are you still optimistic?"
No, no. I'm trying to keep this as I'm trying to keep this as PG as possible, but
Yeah,
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 no,
yeah.
I think that guy can F himself after ends. Uh, yeah, David Gordon Green can,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Just leave it there. Leave it there.
Yeah.
So Nadia said we don't talk about ends.
No, we don't.
Uh, Cody loves the Scream Six poster behind you.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man.
Tony P says, "Yeah, we don't talk about that movie."
No, we don't.
um, saying hi, everybody saying hi. Boom, 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 boom. Of course, Ed wants to be the stirrer of things.
And
That's why you got your own channel, my friend. That's why you got your own channel. I'm waiting for it to be half a cent. Yeah, I didn't get it. I only have 2018. I didn't even get Kills. And Kills has, I mean, it's in the name. It has the best kills. Yeah, the flashback scene was cool. Yes, it was. Um, Jodo says, I don't know about his Exorcist. I was really rooting for him, but it's not looking great. Yeah. I'm sorry, Cody. I'm sorry
but
that you like those
how is
two
David
movies.
Gordon Green getting the rights to these iconic characters and these movies? How?
I'm gonna go full screen for a minute on this one. It's very easy to understand. We as film lovers want to see a great movie. Studios want to see dollar signs. When they see dollar signs, they greenlight projects from certain directors, many screenwriters, and they get popular actors, Jenna Ortega, like you were just saying, into their movies. Do they care about plot? No. Do they care about butts and seats? Very much so. And that's all I have to say about
Well said. And what's
that.
that? We're probably gonna get General Ortega in the next Halloween. Just a young Laurie Strode, probably.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Who knows?
yeah,
But you know what? Mia Goth was like the hot girl last year, so give Jenna
yeah.
Ortega her time and it'll be somebody else in a few months. So it is what it is. All right.
This is why
Put
I'm
that
really
in.
annoyed about the Oscars, man. I wish that Mia Goth had at least been nominated. Like,
No, they don't recognize us like that. They
no.
don't recognize us like that. Are you ready for the five takes, my friend?
Let's
You
go,
knew
my
it was
friend.
coming. You knew it
Knew it was
was
coming.
coming. All right. So we start with number one. Name the film that made you fall in love with the movies.
E.T. Yeah,
Talk about it.
I watched it at my nan and grandpa's movie. At my grandpa and grandma's house on VHS.
Yanan. Yeah.
It was a recorded VHS. It was one of those that you stick and you record it off the TV.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, and I absolutely fell in love with E.T. And I still have such a soft spot for that movie. So yeah, E.T. all the way, 100%. That's
Yeah.
it's just lived with me for so long, and it just holds a warm spot in my heart. And yeah,
Yeah. I rewatched the 4K when I got it last year,
I've got the
and
4K, but I still haven't checked the transfer yet.
it's great. It's really good. And I was like 10, 11 years old again just watching it. It was beautiful. It was
Yeah,
beautiful. When Gertie got sad, I got sad.
yeah. We need a Mac and Me 4K as well.
There were rumors about that coming out. I can't remember if it was Shout or if it was Kino, but one of them were talking about doing it. But, rumors. Number two, name five of your favorite movies.
Man, Bad Boys,
Hmm.
Bad Boys 2, Scarface, Halloween 78.
78. Hmm.
Um, let's go with the last one. It's so difficult. Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead.
Right on. I was waiting for it. I'm like, no, no Evil Dead love? Where's the Evil Dead? So, a follow-up question to that. What is it about your memories with those movies that make them stand out in your mind, like for those repeat watches and multiple purchases probably in your collection as well?
Yeah, I got a feeling, right? So I think it's like with everyone, with like you go to the video store with your dad or your mom, and you see the cover and you just fall in love with it already. Even though it could be a bad movie, it could be a good movie, but you've seen that cover and you always got that video store smell, and so you can always, when you see the movie, you can just smell it because you could just smell that time of era that you was in when you saw it. Um, so when I picked up Evil Dead with Dad, obviously it came out long before anyway, but it was there and
Hmm.
rented it and I watched it with my dad and just fell in love with that time and that era and of movies and like Scarface as well. I mean, what's to say about Scarface? I mean, come on,
Yeah.
it's it's Michelle Pfeiffer and Al Pacino,
Hmm.
one of my favorite ever. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Shout out to Tony Basement Blues. I'm glad you finally watched that beautiful movie.
has he only just seen Scarface?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow,
He was on Dell on Movies, and Dell has a series called Movie Swap. And Tony picked a few movies to watch, but that was the one that they focused on because he'd had probably multiple versions of it in his collection, but never watched it. So I'm
yeah,
glad he got to watch that. Oliver Stone, Brian De Palma, Al
so
Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer.
and
Great
such a good
movie.
soundtrack, such a good soundtrack as
Oh,
well.
Giorgio Moroder on the
Yeah,
soundtrack. Yes.
yeah.
Number three, everybody's favorite question. Name a classic movie that everybody loves, but you can't stand.
Mm. That's a really difficult one. I'm
Yeah, man.
probably cool. Got it. Any of the Marvel Avengers stuff? Nah,
Not a fan.
nah, not a fan. Yeah, I just think it's overly done. I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
When you start your channel, avoid saying that.
No, I'm a fanboy now. I'm a fanboy now. It's
Yeah, yeah,
fine.
yeah. I
Yeah,
love them all. I
yeah,
love them
yeah,
all.
yeah.
Infinity
Endgame,
War. Yeah,
brilliant. 5-star
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's flip that question. Name a critically hated movie that you love.
Man, there's
You're a
a
horror
few
fan.
because
You could name almost any of them.
yeah, I mean, Jesus, I'm a horror fan. Like I said, B movies, like I just critically hated though.
Yeah. I mean, just for example, someone said the other day, Evil Dead, when it first came out, it wasn't well received. But of course, it became a cult classic and it it was well received afterwards.
Yeah,
So it could be anything.
I'm probably gonna go with Slumber Party Massacre 2. Yeah,
Ooh,
because
good one.
yeah, yeah,
Good
because
one.
I
Because you know they
really
hated
like.
that.
Yeah, I love that movie.
What is it about it?
I just think it's the energy. I think it's the. I just think it basically you could tell the people wanted John Travolta because it was literally a John Travolta lookalike in a grease jacket, but the guy had
Hmm.
like an electric guitar and it had the drill at the end, and it was just a fun time. It was just a
Yeah,
good time. It was just like,
good
yeah,
fun slasher.
yeah, it was a fun slasher for sure, man. I had a really good time with it,
Yeah.
but
Let's
the
before
remake
we
was awful.
yeah. Let's check with the chat before we get into the last question. Let's see where I left off. Too much hate on the trilogy. Talking about Halloween. Haha. Um, KB is right. Oh yeah, about what I was saying. 2018 is decent kills. Okay, worried about that Exorcist now. I agree, Mizzy. I enjoyed 2018 just because it was like, to me, it was like almost like the perfect requel as far as like giving some love to the original, the music
Mhm.
might as well have been the original score. So Cody says a lot of time the directors make a great movie, but then the producers come in and just destroy it. Yeah, Or even worse, the producers come in with their own editors, and the editors destroy the movie. Ooh, big facts. Still Talking ends with all right. Random slasher is Michael Myers. Very problematic. Okay. All right. Mel is ready for the five takes. Tony says worried about the exits as well. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Studios hate the C word. Continuity. All right. Cody loves him some ET. Yep. Adrian loves the flying scenes. It's so iconic they made it into the logo.
Hmm.
I would have laughed if he just said Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys
But
3,
boy,
Bad Boys 4. That that's like Dylan, Dylan, Dylan,
yeah.
Dylan.
There's something so special with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence connection together. They're just incredible.
Yeah. E.T. Ride was fucking amazing. Also at Universal Studios. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Roundhouse kick that like button. Say it in every chat. Love it. No, Matt, say it. We say it all the time on our channel. Not fans of MCU or DCEU or whatever that franchise is called now. Just DCU.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
it's not for everyone. I was I was chatting with someone earlier today, and I was saying that I grew up a comic books fan, and if I wasn't, I would be so critical of like all the comic book movies. But understanding, I agree with Scorsese in a way. It's a roller coaster ride. It's not a typical movie. So just like if I watch one of my favorite sci-fi movies, Attack the Block. I love Attack the Block. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, so
John
good.
Boyega before he went the Star Wars route. Love that
Yeah.
movie, but I'm in that for the ride. I'm not looking at that as a cinematic masterpiece. You know what I mean?
I think if I was a superhero fan, it would I wouldn't be so much now if I was, just because
Yeah,
of there's so much they're pumping out so much you get like fatigue.
yeah.
Um, but I am gonna
Oh,
go see the Flash just for the Batman, to see
yeah,
Batman, Michael Keaton.
yeah. 89 Batman, still the best.
Yeah.
This is what I said. I said comic book movies today, like MCU, DCU, they're the pop music of movies. They're not the
Hmm.
best songs, but they're the easiest accessible to the masses. So they're just putting them out there. Just putting them out there. Matt, avoid saying anything bad about Marvel on your channel. The Marvel fans will take your head off. Very true. That see, I warned you about that. I told you
There's a
first.
lot. Well, to be fair, there's toxic fandom in everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Doesn't
but
matter if
they
it's
they go hard. I mean, real hard.
almost as
Real
bad as
hard.
Star Wars.
No, harder. Harder than
Order.
Star Wars. Yeah. Look like you were trying to get a car to pull over while hitchhiking in the day, showing off leg. Ha ha. Okay, that's an inside conversation. Is Blade one of them? Blade is in Marvel, not yet in the MCU, if you want to be technical
I
about it.
like Blade.
Yeah, Blade is awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Didn't even realize that was Marvel. Yeah, it was Marvel Studios back in the day. For true.
Hmm.
For true. Shout out to everyone still in the chat hanging out. I'm having a good time. I know Matt's having a good time.
Oh,
So
I'm having a
good
blast. Yeah.
good thing to do on a Friday night, late Friday night, going into what, 1, 2, 2 a.m.? What
Yeah,
time is
about
it
2 a.m.
approaching there? Yeah, figured as much. So let's go back to the questiones and we will end it with oh, more chat. Yeah, Attack the Block is fun. It was a good one. Attack the Block was great. Oh, they don't agree. Attack the Block is great. I think they're doing a sequel, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't hear that. That's pretty cool. Very nice. All right, my friend. Number 5, my favorite question. Who would you like to see me have a conversation with on this channel?
I'm gonna go with the Forgotten World of movies, Andy,
Oh
because he is
yeah.
he is very knowledgeable on films, and like I say, his collection is huge. He has an awesome backdrop as well. He's just such a cool guy, and a fellow Brit. Obviously, you've got to look after each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and he would be great. He would be great on a chat like this with you, definitely. So
Andy, are you still in the chat or did you tap out? If you are, please get in contact with me. I would love to have that conversation. We could just talk collection and that'll be cool and then do the five takes. I think that would be fun
he also
for
does a lot
sure,
of
for sure.
quizzes as well. He's a quizzer, so he
Oh
does like a
yeah,
lot of movie
the trivia?
quizzes, like yeah, trivia and stuff like that. Yeah, he's awesome.
Nice. Maybe we could
Yeah,
do some trivia questions with him. That'd be fun. My
yeah.
friend, it's late.
I'm
What
wide
time do you
awake. It's
normally
fine.
stay up till?
Normally about five. Normally switch up at 4 or 5.
Whoa,
Yeah,
wowie.
because I get most of my work done in the evenings. I work from home,
Yeah,
so yeah. So I watch a lot of movies. And I'm a gamer as well, so I game, watch movies,
yeah.
and I
Are you getting
yeah, I
into
just
that
get
FIFA or God of War? What did you get the PS5 for?
Call of Duty mainly. Just
Mm-hmm.
play a lot of Call of Duty and play The Quarry, which is a horror game. So it's
Oh,
like a
that sounds
it's a
fun.
bit like a Friday the 13th kind of game, which is quite cool. So yeah, so
Catch a replay, Cody. Yes. Thank you all. Thank you all for the comments and the compliments. We had fun. I love Fridays because I don't feel like it's rushed. I don't have five other streams going on before or after me,
no.
thinking about who's going to leave, who's not going to show up. Whoever's here, they're here to hang. So
And this has
I
flowed
definitely
wonderfully.
enjoy
This has been
Friday.
a really nice flow.
Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. Thank you, Jordo. Thank you, Benicio, Mizzy, Holly Notes, and Adrian, always. Thank you, everyone. Matt, thank you.
And I'm
Bob, you know how
so
we do.
sorry for being like, I feel so bad for being
Man,
late. I'm so
let that go.
sorry.
Let that go, man. You know how we do.
But yeah,
You know how we do.
but I'm
We're
here. I'm
cool.
here.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. So, want to thank you once again. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Hit that like button on the way out if you haven't done so already. Next week, I'm going to start doing this now. Next week, we're going to have two or three people starting off with Brian Goes Blue and Coco 2. I wanted to have them on in February, but we're going to have them on this month. It's going to be fun. They're a great couple. They know their horror movies. And as people who've been watching the Lost Girl streams know, Coco knows her stuff too. So excited for that. Might also have one or two other surprises next week. So tune in, check the IG, follow me on here, subscribe, follow me on IG. That's where we live. And like I always say,